Alright, welcome back to another episode of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. My name is Eli, and this is my channel Variety Verite, where I hope to bring you guys a variety of content. But for now, we're doing this Let's Play, though. I'm enjoying this game a lot, by the way. I run currently a game of Dungeons and Dragons with my in-laws, but it's the first time that they've played. And they kind of just have like a tangential sort of idea what what Dungeons and Dragons is. So I don't really get to experience the game on like a higher level of play, which is fine, and hopefully one day we get there. But I am enjoying this experience so far. So I do know where to go. So for the sake of not wasting too much time, we just go back to the blood room and we go this way. Let's go ahead and save.
Is that a trap?
So there's a trap in here. If we want to disable it,
Well,
we are going to need Camellia.
to my strike.
I don't know if her pathing will just like have her walk into the trap. I've definitely had that happen in Kingmaker. So I'm gonna just path her myself over to the side to try to disarm it.
I am helpful.
Alright. So this is definitely gonna be the room, right? I mean, come on, look at that.
The spirits demand your blood.
Start off with fighting this Dretch. It's just decided to teach me about damage reduction now, even though we already fought the water elemental. But
You
yeah,
are today's sacrifice.
land should be fine because we did choose that feat where he doesn't take that -4 penalty whenever somebody gets up in his face. But we definitely don't want him, since he is currently our only backline, we don't want him getting messed up by those enemies that just run past the tanks. But that wasn't anything too big. Let's see what this is. Judging by the corpse littered around the summoning site, the cultist did manage to summon a demon in the end. That's not good. And good thing we got that cold iron sword.
Let's see what we can do.
It might be. We did have something else that was cold iron, right? But I don't know if it was anything that anyone could use. Oh, look at that. So this masterwork short sword, it's got finesse wielding, so that would actually let it scale with dex. This quarterstaff down there has the quality of monk weapon, which I believe allows it to scale with dex. If you're a monk. I thought, oh, well, radiance right there. 1d8 slashing. This is a cold iron masterwork longsword. So we'll give this to Sela. Hopefully she doesn't lose her mind. And that is replacing this cold iron masterwork longsword here. So we might need to give that over to Fujin as a backup, just because if we're gonna fight a demon, we're gonna want to at least try to mitigate some of that damage reduction that we're probably going to encounter. I'm not seeing anything else with cold iron, but I swore we did find something like way in the beginning. but I got too much stuff in my inventory, so we'll just go ahead and move on. Potion of Bark Scan, so that's another part of your pre-fight buffing. Bark Scan grants a +2 enhancement bonus to the creature's existing natural armor bonus. So it's again something that is going to stack on top of your bonuses that you already have. It might be wise to let Seela have one of these. Seela's got some self-healing stuff, so I'll go ahead and remove one potion so that she can equip that new potion of Bark Skin, since he's going to be her tank. Alright. Camping. So, game is deciding to teach us about camping. Wow, so yeah, basically it's saying, hey, if you use spells, you should go ahead and rest so that you get your spell usage back, because there may or may not be something that will that will be difficult to fight up ahead. We've been getting by without using anything that requires a rest to get back, so we'll just keep it moving. All right, we will undoubtedly have a fight imminently. Praise Inoue. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters, not human or demon. Even tieflings are less defective than you. This guy doesn't like tieflings. But I, your master, Savamelech, can make you better and stronger. I can satisfy your hunger. Starvelings of the dark, submit to me. No, we are the descendants of crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayal of their memory. I missed what that person said. Well, who is next? Who's the next descendant of crusaders who value old legends more than their life? Beasts, monsters, and human guise, reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous ASMR. Eat, underground crusaders. Eat the flesh of the crusader from above. Find your true strength. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees, one after the other, and crawl to the ASMR's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh. You hear the sloshing of blood. You hear the farmer mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head. Another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens the hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you to the sweet scent of meat untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die. And still, the clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the vial of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. So if we want to go demon path, we can succumb to our rage. Our angel path sees the light hidden with you. We're going to go angel path. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you from within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization. You can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free, and enveloping the mongrels grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound has reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. Alright, so I got an Iron Man Unibeam here. Oh, okay, he's still alive. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin. He's gonna... Yep, there he goes. Enough! Bamps out of existence. Okay, Alyssa points at you. He's already wounded, Windug. Kill. Okay, so you got Windug with you? Windug silently emerges from the shadows. I am no longer your slave, Hasilla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose where it doesn't belong. Windug, you hold the truth. You told the truth to the Mongol tribe and revealed the light of heaven despite Windug's attempt to persuade you otherwise. Okay, so she's still pissed off. Obviously, though, out of, you know, she's a little bit delusional. She thinks she's gonna win.
First come, first served.
Okay, so we're gonna have to murk Windog there. Maybe we'll be able to, you know, like spare her or something. And a couple of hits, and the fight stops. O mighty Savamalek, your faithful servant invokes you now. Demons, protect your mistress.
Did we step on their toes
So
as
we
well?
are getting into the thick of it. Let's go ahead and pop mage armor. You typically want to get everyone on the same target. So I would say Halissa is still like the main threat.
Endure this.
So we'll have everyone continue to attack Halissa. Pop that mage armor. You're gonna need mage armor as well. Alright, Alyssa is down. Next up, Camellia is getting harassed by this demon here. So we're gonna wanna get everyone on that one.
You are
And now Windog's the last one. Rest in peace, Windog. Jeez, I think Land freaking killed her right there.
Well,
The wounded
are you going
Windog
to
looks up
finish
at
me
you.
off? It's not exactly unexpected.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
So it's funny. I like when some sort of villains are like people that just don't like the actions that you choose. Like she tries to justify killing us by saying that we stuck our nose where we didn't belong, but she also came and asked us to just like lie to her people, and then presumably we would have came down here with us where she would have asked us to help these children eat ASMR flesh and become demons, which I feel like is still also sticking our nose where it doesn't belong.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
So I can just kind of like ignore the conversation and inspect my my unibeam chest here. Alright, yeah, let's check and see what's going on with that. The bleeding, deep wound in your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
I don't know what kind of demons use light magic, but okay.
If he had been marked by the abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this uplander. And judging by the smell of his blood pouring from his chest, the demons will be able to find him wherever he goes. And they'll find you too, Lamb.
Alright. So we're marked like guts. So you've been serving Savamalek this whole time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neathers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered. And I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Savamalek is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you'd gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplander showed up and I had to change my plans.
You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean that you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Posilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry. And she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live, and gain the power to change everything. Savamalek tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way.
Having a full belly does feel nice, but if you fill it up with something that probably tastes like shit, are you really winning?
Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
Well, I mean, you didn't really accomplish much. Like, Land shot you with one arrow and you fucking got wrecked.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
Uh-oh.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
I guess, is it when they're having their relations, is that the only time the scaly part of him perks up a little bit? Otherwise, it's just there, deadpan. What did your service to Hasilla entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuddered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young neaters easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Okay, so it looks like we can try to give her a shot at redemption. We can tell her to fuck off, or we can kill her. Or we can just like end things with the both of them. I feel like if we ask Windog to join us, Lan will just get pissed off and leave. And I think I do like Lan more than Windog, so I don't feel like killing her outright right here. Well, she did, you know, she did make a bunch of kids eat humans, so yeah, fuck that bitch.
You're all bark and no bite. Farewell, Uplander. Next time I won't spare you.
Oh, will she please before we can kill her?
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
Alright. We'll never get those bracers back from Windug. They're gone forever. Gone. Chief Soul appears, flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is labored, and the sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What shish? Anivia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out Hull Run isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here. Damn it. So Hull Run. Cannabis famed prelate. I think we met him. Yeah, I remember Hull Run. Hergus' lips curls in distaste, and he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mongrels. You said you were in charge of reconnaissance in the Eagle Watch, Anivia. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Cannabis? Let's give her a little bit of shit. Yeah, right, like it wasn't enough that I sniffed every other damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows the stories about the demons living beneath the streets of Cannabis. Those tales are as old as the Crusade themselves. I messed up, but you fixed my mistake, so thanks. How's the leg? Better than yesterday, worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die, don't worry. This place must be burned with holy flame. You need to look after the young mongrels. It's time to get out of here. Yeah, these mongrels, they're probably gonna be a problem. I don't know what they'll be like when they come to, but look after them, Chief. They went through something horrific today. Not everybody is capable of enduring something like that. It'll change them forever. As long as they can hunt. The rest can wait. Uplander and you, Land, you saved them. Only the gods can salvage their souls. But we are a tribe. We will think of something. And when they're stronger, they can go up to the surface. The time has come. You're inconsistent with your SHs there, buddy. This place must be burned with... who cares? It's time to get out of here. Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface, and I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out here in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skinning cave rats. You never wore one of us. You always looked up. You think I don't see these things? Our life is not for you. You must go. But where? Where is the way out? Beats me. But these beasts got down here somehow. Land searches Hosilla's body and shows you some papers. And a key. I don't know what these documents are, but I'm sure this key will come in handy. Those cheeky sons of... This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Canapris right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. Alright. Mongrels are just confused. Let's loot the body. An unidentified glaive. Magic missile scroll. Sage armor. Alright, we need to find a way to identify stuff. But for now, let's go ahead and make our way up. Well, before we do that, I guess we might as well get Camila healed up. Top everybody off. I don't think there will be any fights, but who knows. And we left behind a ring. Collect that.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the Wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Alright, so shit's still going on down there. Or rather, up there. Looks like we had some dialogue there. Surface, finally, I missed the fresh air so much. Hello, surface world, here I come. Aren't you happy to see me again? I can hear the sound of battle from above. Out of the pan and into the fire. Sounds like it. The half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Imoday's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused, and her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you are friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask something, but freezes when she spots Anivia. She's freaking gigantic. And also oddly proportioned.
Nebi, almost lost all hope. Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabras. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
Where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
What's the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world. I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
I have important information on the location of a cultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
We've met some mongrels who live beneath Canabras. This is land.
Most people in Canabras think that the children of the first Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
Alright, what's the situation in the city?
city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Yeah, I was there when your big dumb dragon got her head lopped off. Maybe if she was fire dragon instead.
Don't talk like that. Canabras hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canabras.
Tell me about the Wardstones. Well, we know why the Wardstone is important. The Wardstone is important because it helps keep the demon world from taking over, something like that. How did the Wardstone end up in the Grey Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabras, but this time, their lord Dascari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Wardstone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost, yet. Dascari has gone, but the Wardstone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
Dascari seems like so straightforward that when he sees this thing that he needs to destroy, he just picks it up and lobs it instead of coming up with a plan for actually destroying it.
But how did he do that? He's a demon. The Wardstone should have burned his filthy hide.
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
Well, let's go fight.
That's the spirit. You, take Anevia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
I don't know if I have the volume up high enough for you to hear that, but he's just freaking pissed.
Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabras can be said to be safe right now.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Iomedae! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Alright. We'll be right behind you after we loot these bodies. They got some Bardishas. Bardishas are kind of cool little weapons, basically like it's another type of pole arm. Add to our heavy burden.
Here we go.
The door won't budge. It's locked from the other side. Alright, so we just gotta help take everybody out. We probably won't end up having to do too much work here. I'm dismounted for some reason. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff. So much stuff, in fact, that I don't think I will take it all. I will undoubtedly be able to come back. And if I'm wrong about that, then I will. So that's the warding stone, huh? Hey, I know you. You're one of these cultists. How's it going, pal? Want to join? Your lot will all be dead soon, but we'll be alive. I can't. Come on, leave those losers. The crusade is over. Soon the demons will rule the whole world. Here goes nothing. All hail Baphomet. Cowardly traitor. I swear on the sword of Iomedae.
Save the last one for me.
Alright, so we are surrounded. So we'll have... These guys are obviously going to go after the traitors group. So our lot will... Our lot will go ahead and take on these guys. My mage armor isn't actually stacking because we're wearing heavier armor, which I should have figured. He's got some kind of cool ability called Perfect Strike. Declare that you're going to use this feat before you make your attack roll. Saint Archer, Quarterstaff, Monk, Master Monk receives Perfect Strike. We didn't use it in the last fight. So far, we're still good with just auto attacks. Alright, these guys are wrapped up, and those guys are wrapped up. Okay, good. Loot the bodies, because why wouldn't you? We will come back for all the other stuff when we don't have to worry about being overburdened. Is there anything that we may have wanted to pick up? particular. So we'll go ahead and leave. Okay, maybe we won't be able to come back from that stuff. There's more money to be earned. We're just gonna pawn it all off anyway.
What's this? Do we have guests?
She ain't got no eyes.
Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh! What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Minago. You again, you wench!
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
Hey, demon woman, what's wrong with your face? We don't even know Staunton, but we're questioning him, asking how he knows her. Okay, let's see here. Let's just say, out of the way.
That's not very nice. Staunton, my pet, haven't you told your new friends about me?
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dresden fell.
So it looks like Dresden is another city.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, no, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
Definitely saw that coming. Alright, so let's just engage. Of course, he's taking some damage. We'll have to just be careful. Can use a scroll to heal Zephyr, or Zephyr can, just drink some yummy red Kool-Aid. Okay. This has been fairly action-packed. Let's see if we can run across this rubble here.
Thanks, Len.
They're practicing their wax on, wane off, but they've forgotten the wane.